All right. Well, it truly looks like we are live on all the platforms that we are going on, which is awesome. Which is awesome. What is going on, everyone? Sorry about that 2 minute wait. Yep, we are live. We are online. We are doing our thing. And welcome to the dark side of the room. How's it going, everyone? Oh, yeah, look at that. I am Solar Gray, the cinematic sorcerer, and boy, have we been doing a lot of stuff today. I will say that. So today we are going to be talking about a bunch of different stuff, and for you guys that are new to the channel or know me personally and all that other stuff, this is where we talk about, life, the universe, everything through the medium of playing tabletop games, starting your groups, all that jazz. But I want to give a major shout out to all the people that are sticking by me. We got a couple of new followers on Twitch today, which was awesome. And so I want to say, hey, what's up to you guys, like Vine Constrict, and let's see, who else are the couple of things. Black and White and IC joined us a week ago, and that was cool. And IC actually means now in color. So that's the whole thing. Let's share this out there. We got a bunch of people that are out there just now getting the notification, so let's do some housekeeping. Thank you guys for showing up. Right now we are on 3 different platforms. Right now, 3 different platforms all at once, and I'm juggling so many things right now. But if you guys want to get a hold of us, why not, instead of leaving a comment, if you guys are kind of, what's the term I'm looking for, if you guys are a little shy about leaving comments, I'm with you. Hang on, let me edit just a little bit of the stream info here. Dark Side of the Room, yep. Humanism. Let's talk humanism. There we go. Done. Okay, boom. All right, got that updated. Yay, isn't that fun? Hey, what's going on? What's going on? Yeah, so we've got the chat right here. Yeah, look at that. Yeah, right there. Yeah. Hey, what's going on? What's going on with the chat? And if you guys want to get a hold of us and say something and you don't feel like being a member of NP City and talking to other people, that's perfectly fine on you. That is something that you can do, and you can do all that stuff. Yeah, so feel free to send me an email at backinthedeck@gmail.com. That's BACKINTHEDECK @gmail.com. You can also, if you're watching on YouTube, like, subscribe, share, call to action, all that jazz. If you're watching on Facebook, hey, bring some other friends and have them subscribe to us on Twitch. That's at twitch.tv/BID_P. You can do it with Amazon, so it won't cost you any money, but Amazon does pay me if enough people do the watching thing and all that jazz, so that really helps. Oh, sorry, not Amazon, Mr. Twitch. Mr. Twitch sends me cash if that is a really, really big thing. On that also, join us over on SoundCloud to do the audio versions of all of this stuff that we're doing, because this is a podcast. We only try and make it about an hour long, so, an hour, hang with us, talk about a few things. And, yeah, let me know what's with all that stuff. Now, if you guys like what we do and you guys want to help us keep our doors open, I hate using the term that helps us out a lot. That's really not something I like saying. But if you want to contribute and you want to help us out, that's really, 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 really easy. All you have to do is head over to patreon.com/BID_P and become a patron for as little as $1 a month. You're really helping, you're really helping keep our doors open, helping me pay the internet bill. For all this multi-streaming platform and all that stuff, I have so many bills that are $15 a month, to keep this channel going, and this is before I pay guests to come on and all that stuff. So it's a little bit costly. We can talk about that today if you guys want to. If you guys have more, then yeah, or should I say, if you're willing to contribute more, dude, I would love it if you would. If you can't, don't. I don't want the last of your money. Like, you shouldn't put yourself in the poorhouse to keep my head above water. But if you can join the royalty tier, we've got some other stuff like exclusive game tutorials. We give you a shout out in every show that we do Monday through Thursday at 3 p.m. Plus all the rewards like keychains and miniatures and dice rollers at the higher level. Yes. Now, when you reach the king thing, well, it says so on all that stuff, and I have a few other things that we're putting out there just to say, hey, what's up, how you doing, sorry you can't get through. But yeah, so you can join the ranks of the queens like Quinn the Jin Merrill, Shannon Boom Boom Lay, and of course Jamal Lee, known as the king of living room furniture. And we don't have any kings in our hand right now, but we do got a couple of aces up our sleeves in Paul Mansfield and Jennifer Kroll, so that is pretty awesome on that front. Thank you guys for showing up again. It's I'm hoping to get more people in here today. Primarily because primarily because today I was really experimenting. My dream. I dreamt a dream that was a dream that I dreamt. Was to have Twitch, YouTube, Facebook, and Instagram working all at once. That's what I was hoping for, but I don't know if I'm savvy enough to do it. I don't think I am. I really don't think I'm savvy enough to do all of those platforms all at one time. So while we're doing all this stuff, I literally have to send out notifications like, hey, we're live, and all of that jazz, because again, I'm trying to grow the community. For some of you guys that are new and don't exactly know what we do, we talk about gaming, we talk about life in regards to gaming, and or should I say, we talk about life, but we use gaming as a lens to talk about life, the universe, all of that jazz. Because ooh, wrong one. I want this to go over there, and I want that up there, and yeah. So, but yeah, that is a really, really, really big thing that we're trying to do right now. And the big thing on that, one of the biggest things that I'm trying, one of the biggest thing I'm trying to do is to get the community to grow and all that jazz. But I have done a thing, okay? A, C, enter. Yeah, I'm just letting people know that we're here. So yeah, one of the things I ended up doing was I talked to you guys yesterday about a major thing that I'm doing here, which is trying to make sure that really trying to make sure that our merchandising is more of a possibility. And by that, I mean, I can't afford to outsource stuff to, I can't afford to outsource stuff to China. It kind of sucks. So what do I do? What do I do if I want to make you guys stuff? Well, I will tell you what I want to do if I want to make you guys stuff. I build the workshop here. I build it here, and we do everything that we can to make sure that the things that we build here can actually be done in a reasonable manner. So I did a thing today, and I will tell you, how can I put this? Yeah, I did a thing. I'm a little sore today. I really am. This is one of the reasons that the music is like, it's doing the thing, because, yeah, I am a little sore today. And I'm a little sore, because, I made the biggest purchase I have ever made in my entire life. Like, seriously, in my entire life. All right? Um, yeah, biggest purchase I've ever made in my entire life. I did that earlier today. And I mean, it was a big purchase. Okay? It was one of them purchases where I'm like, okay, do I really want to do this? Do I really want to do this? Do I really want to do this? Um, and it's funny because all of the things lined up in such a way to where I could make the purchase. Okay, I can make the purchase, and then I had my therapy appointment. Cause God, did I? I'm just like, I've never spent this much money at one time at all in my entire life, and I never have. That is no exaggeration. I've never spent that much money. Um, ain't gonna lie, it was kind of painful. Um, yeah, it was really, really kind of painful. No, it was not a car. Okay, it was not a car. As I've been talking with you guys over the past couple of weeks, um, yesterday I did a segment on it. So let's go back here. Okay, woo, fade. Yeah, I bought this thing. I bought the huge, big, over the top 3D printer um, from Piopoli. Oh, it is big. It is scary. Look at how big and scary that thing is. Um, and as you can see, this stuff in the back, it's like, it's high resolution. Look at our commercial. Blah, blah, blah. Custom LED system. Advanced black for men. You know? Yeah, this is total porn. It really is. This really is. I mean, it is such a thing. Um, yeah, and yeah, all the things that we're doing. It's like, yeah, look at this commercial. It's huge. It's big. It's scary. And yeah, it was at the end of the day, it was a whole bunch of money. By the way, what's going on, Bree Bear? What's going on, Muffin Guild? Yeah, we are doing that whole thing. Giving you a shout out because I know that you're there. And yeah, you don't have to say anything. You don't got to do any of that stuff. I just want to let you know that I know that you are here and thank you for the support. Um, but yeah, so seriously speaking, I spent $2,303.64 this morning, and it made me it really put a lot of things in retrospect or in perspective for me. Yeah, I mean that's a really big thing, where the retrospect or the introspection is this. It is the time of COVID. Okay? Right now, we're in the middle of COVID and it sucks. Okay? COVID sucks. Everything involving COVID sucks. All right? It's hard to it's hard to meet up with people. Like it's so funny because one of the things that I learned in college and growing up with my mom working at a hospital was clean room protocol. And what that is how to keep good hygiene so that you do not contaminate an area. This requires washing your hands, getting rid of your shoes when you walk through a door. Like, if ever you've been into a house where you walk in to a door and you have like this little foyer thing, sometimes it's a porch. You can totally, take off your shoes, get your hands ready to be washed, have sanitary napkins at the whole thing, get tested a lot. And yeah, this is a lot of the stuff that we can do. And this is what I've been doing throughout COVID. And I've not come up positive on a COVID test yet. And the contact tracing has been a thing because I haven't stopped working. Okay. Some of us could hold up in the house for a couple of months, but February to November, like, I understand why people want things to wake up because Bills aren't stopping. Some are. I don't even want to talk about how far behind I am on the hot water bill, but there's still expenses, and unfortunately, the way that things go right now, yeah, you might not have to pay rent until this whole thing is over, but that's no guarantee that all the rent that you haven't paid will be due at once. I mean, it's scary. Um, but one of the things that I've really been wanting to do is start up new clubs. I was in negotiations with Watts Towers to start up a clubs for the kids. I was also working with Algin Sutton Park in South Central Los Angeles, and I had a couple of other community centers under the belt to try and help with that. And then COVID hit, and it sucks. Now, um, I how can I put it? Um, you know, so when I looked at all that, I'm like, okay, all of this stuff is on hold. I was only calculating a couple of months, not the better part of a year. But what did I do? Well, I had to stop and think. Why did I create this company? Okay. What's going on, Brad? Or sorry, Bradaka Pistol? Yeah. If I can call you Brad, that would be cool. Um, yeah, truth be told, if I could, um, if I could actually, what is the term I'm looking for? Um, if I could make, hey Frank, if I could make a difference in trying to get, a bunch of people to try and help us out, um, with building communities and bringing the stuff that games sneak in to Trojan Horse, into a lot of kids that may not have it in the school's budget, or don't really know how to, what is the word, frame a lot of these lessons. Because I will tell you guys, I went to public school. I went to public school in the hood. And I was infuriated when I was younger because every single thing that I wanted to do got cut from the budget the year that I was qualified to do it. It was infuriating. Um, and I mean, like, we had programs to where um, PBS would be working with a lot of schools, and they're like, all right, we're working with fourth graders to blah 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 blah, and we'll be picking certain fourth graders to go on Reading Rainbow, and I'm like, sweet. And then the year I got to the fourth grade, they stopped it, like that, done. It's just been the curse. Denny stopped giving away free meals um, on people's birthdays the year that I started going to Denny's on a regular basis. It really sucks. Hey Ryan, hey, what's going on, Julian? Um, so yeah, what's up, Goat versus Fist? Oh my God, we're being raided. We are being raided. Oh, what is going on, guys? Hey, what's up? Raid. Wait a minute, raid. Haha, take that, all of you roaches that are not in this office. Um, so yeah, so COVID came around, and I'm like, okay, I will not be one of those programs. I won't do that. All right. So what are we gonna do? We're gonna keep broadcasting. We're gonna be talking with more people. And when it comes to all of that, we are gonna prepare to open up these gaming clubs in all these areas between California, Nevada, Texas, Oregon, and Washington. That's as far as I can get, okay? Until more Patreon money comes in, I can't afford a whole lot of plane and train tickets. Um, but yeah, we're going to keep trying to open up these stores and all that, or open up these clubs. And part of the club is this. I provide as much as I can with your guys' donations, with your Patreon stuff. This is why I'm like, hey guys, y'all got any dead games? Throw them my way. I'm going to teach them to a bunch of kids. And again, our king and queen and our Patreon have been invaluable with that, along with some of the other prime deckers like Doug Thoing and Andrew Bono and Brian Dwyer and all those guys. Um, So yeah, we take all of this gaming material, we take it to hey, well, thank you, Goat versus Fish. You were awesome. Um, Greatest of all time versus sea animal that tastes good. Yeah. Um, so yeah, this is the thing that we're doing. This is what we're out there. This is what we're out there doing a thing on. So, that's fun. I didn't realize that I had this little thing that tells me how many people are watching from where. So yeah, I don't have that many followers from YouTube. So, hey, Dojo AI. Oh, you're not a bot. Okay, we'll see if you're not a bot. We'll see. We'll see. I'm looking at you, Dojo. Look at Dojo. All right, and your name better not be Aaron, because you done messed up now. If you're an AI, um, if you're a robot, you done messed up, Aaron. That's what I'm gonna say. Um, so once I did this job in October, I'm like, all right, I'm doing this job in October. The business really needs it. What do I buy for the business? And I'm like, all right, we want to talk to cosplayers of color. We got to get in there. When I have comic writers and stuff on, I generally have to pay them, so that's a thing. But when it comes up, when the stuff comes up on things like, um, when the stuff comes up on things like, the Patreon perks, like the dice rollers, I got to be able to make those regularly. One of our queens were like, "Oh my God, you have miniatures of yourself? I'll take 10." And I'm like, "Okay, I'll make them on my little printer, but what if somebody else does that?" Ooh, that's a thing. And of course, when it comes to the cool stuff, like, oh boy, this is going to be one of our contest things. I'm putting that up there right there. I just got to get some paint on it and all that stuff. I carved this in wood on a CNC machine as an experiment to see if I could program a CNC machine. I had a lot of help from License to Hench. And yeah, I want to give people some of these things, just to say, hey, what's up? Um, just to say, hey, what's up? Thanks for your support. And I want to make sure that I can do that. But how? How would I do that? How can I get all that stuff out there? And yeah, I like accomplishment plaques and things to give the kids. So, of course, I made that purchase. Again, I made the purchase of this thing, and I'm not gonna lie. I've spent more on this business. Like, look at this thing. Oh, it's so huge. Oh, it's so big. It is big, and just, yeah, it is big, and it is a thing. And I'm just sitting up going, oh my God, can I afford this? This is, ooh man, So now that I'm doing this, it's in. I made the purchase, and hopefully it'll be here by Saturday. Um, because the mission is to get people together so that people can make more friends, so that people can, get the benefits that I've gotten out of a lot of the games that I've played. The improvisation skills, the statistical analysis, all the stuff that I had to leave the ghetto to learn how to do. It's my turn to go back to the ghetto and give it back. Now that doesn't mean it doesn't come with a whole bunch of stuff. Whoa, what is this? Oh man, it's like, oh, recording's overloaded. Please turn this down. Turn down what? Yeah. I'm not turning down nothing. Pause and continue. Ha. So yeah, that's a lot of the stuff that I've been working on, and I made the purchase, and it's real. It is so real. Um, and after all the machinations and all that stuff, when the stuff becomes real, it has a thing. So I was talking to my therapist this morning, right after making the purchase. And I told him about the program, and I told him about what we do, and he's just like, oh my God, that is amazing. Right? And the big thing on that is I want to make sure that happens. But when all is said and done, I'm like, there's a lot I could have done with $2,300. But why do I do it? Why do I do this? Why do you do it? And I was explaining that there's a lot about people that I. Oh man, it's really only coming out of the left? Seriously? For real? That is irritating because I have it set to come out to both. Main out, I got that going. Yeah, this should be balanced. Hang on guys, I'm gonna try and fix this up. If not, if I can't fix this up, that means I have to go buy another different kind of cable, and that becomes a thing. Oh well. FXN, Yep, well, oh. How's that? How's that? Harry Bossack, yeah, let me know how that's going. Just have to switch up a little thing right there. And yeah, we should be good. We should be good now. So yeah, that's a really big thing. So as I was saying, yep, that's in there. We're good. Direct monitor. Cool. Yeah. So as I was saying, I'm still working my way to do this, and of course we lost sound on YouTube. Of course we did. Of course. YouTube lost their sound. But yeah, we should be going good now. We should be going good. Alright. Now I'm getting all these messages like my sound's been cut entirely. Okay. Well, what are we going to do here? We are going to go back there, go back there. That should be in. Alright. Now the audio is super low. I can live with that. Now we should be able to do that. Alright. So, hey, Aftagon. So, yeah. Ooh, yeah. Fatagan. Alright, let me double check something here. Alright. Well, I'm coming through on YouTube over here. Let me check Twitch. Yep, I can hear it on Twitch. And there we go. Alright. I should be back. I should be back. Could I get a couple of thumbs up if we're back? Yeah. So, anyway. Alright. Hopefully. Yeah, so hopefully we're good. Anyway, where was I? Oh yeah. So, as I was saying, now, as I was saying that, I made the purchase. The thing looks awesome. Yeah, I changed up the music because I had to calm down. I changed up the. I made the purchase. It ended up being pretty awesome. Primarily because I know what I'm in this for. Okay, I know what I'm in this for. But it got me thinking on a lot of the stuff. See what happens when you show up late after talking? It's okay though because I can show it again because I have to remind myself that I made the big purchase. Yeah, for manufacturing purposes, y'all. Nope, don't want that. Yeah, for the manufacturing purchases and the stuff that we did, what did we end up getting? We ended up getting this guy. Where is my thing? Yeah, we ended up getting this guy. That's right. We're doing the thing. It is It is terrifying. It is awesome. You know, custom LED conversion. You know, because we want to make the dice rollers for the people. And one of the biggest things that we're going to be doing with this, specifically for the kids in the kids in the disenfranchised areas, is we are going to be printing up miniatures, and maybe, you know, I mean, we're going to be showing them how to make all the stuff that goes along with gaming, just so that they can see that you don't have to spend an arm, a leg, and sacrifice any children that you might one day have, in order to be in these hobbies. Because I can tell you, growing up, I've told you guys story after story after story about how difficult it was for me to become. Hey, thank you, Harry. Giving me all that stuff, giving me all that crap, but you know what? You ended it with a cheer. Thank you for looking out, man. Yeah, I had to give, I had to put back. But yeah, so as I was saying, it was difficult for me to get involved in gaming. The materials weren't around where I was, and there's this big thing out there, and I've been talking about it and thinking about it, over and over and over, right? I hate this idea that people have where they think that what is easy for them is standard easy. I honestly think that it comes from a place of not knowing your own value, okay? I grew up, I was a smart kid, and certain things came easy to me, and I didn't realize why they didn't come easy to other people until someone explained to me, dude, you're intelligent. You're a smart guy. So, with that, I mean, with the whole level of intelligence, it's like, dude, you're smart. That's what happens. That's what's going down. Oh, okay, good. I thought I'd stopped broadcasting on YouTube. Let me check the Facebook. Facebook is also having trouble. Oh, well. It's okay. But the thing is, oh, dude, yeah, no, you're right. Trailer parks too. You know, opioids, meth, all that stuff. And one of the things that I realized was that not as many people put as much attention into learning as I did. Just like a lot of people that you guys might know might not put as much attention into learning auto repair or cleaning. You know, there's so many different skill sets that we live by, that we don't even realize isn't stock standard for everyone. And the internet, oh wow, yeah, Facebook is having issues too, huh? Well, yeah, it also looks like, yeah, it really also looks like, okay, yeah. Alright, yeah, YouTube was having issues. I just pushed pause and start again. Hey, thanks, Forgotten Virtue. But yeah, what was I saying? Yeah, so there was a lot of things that I ended up learning because I think someone said, I think it was Vixen said that expertise comes in secret. Okay.
YouTube is having issues.
And yeah, you know, if you're having issues with a thing, just pause it and start again. What was I saying? Oh yeah, that was a really big thing on that. So what I ended up understanding was that there is potential, but there's also opportunity. And that's one of the big things that I've learned as an adult. You go to a trailer park and you might find the next Albert Einstein that never had the opportunity to really study science. You know, you go to the ghetto and you might find the next Nikola Tesla who just didn't go to a school that really pushed science. Or you might find the next freaking Shakespeare. Or, you know, you never know. All right? Now, I can't provide all the opportunities in the world, you know. But what I can do... Oh, man, thank you. Thank you very much, Virtue. But what I can do is take the games to the clubs, show kids how to use it, help them with their writing, definitely help them with interacting with each other. All right, that's why I'm here. That is what we do here at Back on the Deck, and we have traveled the country trying to open these things up because one of the things I've always noticed, and this is when I lived in a trailer park and I had redneck friends, rednecks and ghetto people, rednecks and hood kids and feral island children, we all end up doing the same things for the same reasons. We get into drugs and mischief and violence and property destruction because we got nothing better to do. And people are like, you can always read. And I've said it before on the show. The library in my neighborhood in 1984 didn't carry Shakespeare. Okay, so it's not like everyone had access to all of those things. And when it comes to things like Dungeons and Dragons, like tabletop role-playing games, like I remember growing up watching all the Milton Bradley commercials, like you can be a winner at the game of life, and I'm like, I'm sitting up here with a checkerboard that I literally drew into the ground using rocks and broken glass, just to play checkers, or the cheap, super cheap, chess set that I would get off the ice cream truck. And I'm seeing all these people with like Mousetrap. Mousetrap was one of those big old games where I'm like, dude, I would love to play these games and stuff like that. And then, but they weren't around. They were not available. And I'm just like, but why? What was up with that? Hang on, Mousetrap board game. Yeah. There, oh no, commercial. Just, yeah. Oh, Mousetrap board game 1986. Because, yeah, I'm like sitting up going, dude, I really, I really wanted to play this stuff, but I didn't even know where to buy them, And don't get me wrong, we did that stuff. We did the same stuff that a lot of kids did way back in the day. And I mean, we cut lawns, we recycled garbage, but I would see stuff like this and I'm like, dude, that looks so cool. I didn't even know what a Rube Goldberg device was. And here we got kids that look nothing like me playing games with these scientific principles, I'm just like, man, I mean, I was lucky because, I was able to afford a Rubik's Cube. My mom hooked me up with a Rubik's Cube, and I played with that thing until stupid. I was stupid in playing this. I mean, just, my family kind of used me as a carnival attraction at the point where they're like, nobody can solve a Rubik's Cube as fast as my cousin, type of thing. And, and again, I was fortunate. I wasn't the rich kid on my block. That was my neighbor. So I never got like any cool Transformers like Optimus Prime or something. I think I might have got Bumblebee once. And I had a Silverhawk toy. And I had one of the Sectars, which was my favorite because it came with a puppet. But that was pretty much it as far as, toy brands went. And I'm looking at these kids playing games that teach them about like the mythological journey of the soul's journey from one life to the next, or they're learning these scientific principles. And then when I learned D&D, and I'm like, this is everything I'm having trouble with in my English class. What is going on? And in my neighborhood, basketball, football, that's it. That was the whole thing. And I'm just like, wow, just wow. I was upset. I was rather upset. And we're losing viewers. So now that I'm older, I'm going in and I'm putting this stuff out there because not a lot of families know, And I want to thank you guys for, especially my patrons out there, for making it possible for me to keep doing this. Okay. Now, I said I was talking about, I said in the announcement that we were going to talk about a little bit of humanism, okay? Because, what I didn't quite know was, I heard humanism, and every time I hear humanism, it's, I'm not a villain, I'm a humanist. I'm not evil, I'm a humanist. In the same way that I always heard, no, you're not a realist, you're just a sarcastic jerk, And I know about Maslow's hierarchy of needs, at the very bottom is survival, but then at the top is happiness with oneself, emotional fulfillment, and the evolution of oneself to being the best that a person can be. And I'm like, wait, you're talking about reaching level 20? That's a humanist thing? And this is one of, yes, self-actualization. Thank you, Vixen. Yeah. And I'm like, okay, at the top would be self-actualization, which is something that I'm starting to work toward at 42 years old. But it was something that I never considered growing up because it was always about survival. And a lot of these games opened up my mind to a lot of these concepts, okay? And, yeah, so many things are like, hey, here's the thing. Yes, with a background oh no, I didn't have an independent faith. I see you're giving a lesson. Well, thanks, Off Talking. Yeah, I know how to say your name. I just Off Talking, it's one of those things. At least I'm trying to say it right. I don't have 9 tongues, okay? So yeah. So I made this purchase. Because it'll help me create a lot of the stuff that I want to give to these kids. And yeah, I'm talking giving. I'm going to be making them tabletop miniatures, and it's going to be a gift. It's going to be like, all right, here you go. I'm teaching you how to paint miniatures, but you need miniatures to paint. Here you go. I'm not going to be making dice because they got to pay for something. Okay, they got to pay for something, and every family can afford $6. It's $6. And this is coming from a smoker of 30 years. But yeah. But really, that's one of the things I had to consider, because I'm working on self-actualization. But I know that there's a lot of people out there that never really understood. Actually, no, I'm talking. I'm not using Reaper Bones. I'm using stuff off of Thingiverse. That's one of the reasons I bought this huge printer. Okay? I'm literally going to be downloading free miniature STLs, and I'm going to be printing them out by big batches and being, hey kids, today we're going to be painting elves. So everybody take an elf and everybody take some paint, and that's what we going to be doing, that's when I thought about doing the Reaper Bones thing, and then I'm like, yeah, that's right. It's Fatakin, it's a 3D printer. It's a huge 3D printer, okay? The 3D printer that I use currently can only print 3 models at a time. This one can print 40. All right. It's a big investment. But I'm making that big investment because I believe in people. I believe that there is hope, and I know deep down in places that I try and talk about at parties, but people get too drunk, that people can be better. People can always be just 3 inches better if they have the opportunity, the willingness, and the tools. And that's why we're here. Because it's taken me a whole lot of time to get the tools. All right, I had to fight really, really, really hard. I had to fight very hard growing up to get the opportunity. Yeah, Fatakin, you're talking about Hero Forge? Okay. Yeah, you were talking about Hero Forge, and that is what we use to make the Cinematic Sorcerer Mini. Which, yeah, let me just pull up a picture of that thing, because We did a picture of us. Nope. I'm not trying to upload. Yeah. We did a miniature of ourselves that goes out to patrons. Because, yeah, that is how we roll. I would make that our logo, but, you know, there's a lot of people that use, hey, this is how we roll as a thing. So, yeah, let me see if I can find them there. And, ooh, boy, so many pictures. So many pictures. So, yeah, that is one of the things that we got going. This is some of the stuff that's out there. But the truth of the matter, guys, the real truth of the matter is means, opportunity, materials, you know, or motive, means, opportunity, and materials. 3M. Oh yeah, there we go. Yeah, pulling up a picture right now. Boom. Yeah, look at that. You know, I mean, yeah, we got the Cinematic Sorcerer Mini, and that's straight off the 3D printer that we have right now. And again, that's going to be up for sale. You know, we sell those for $10, but those are also Patreon perks. Just letting you know. So yeah, and there's a lot of programs out there that'll let you customize your miniatures. But in doing those things, these kids are learning things like CAD, you know, the fundamental basics of being machinists and 3D artists. And, you know, I remember growing up, there were lots of dudes in my neighborhood that had ideas for great stories. But in learning the rules of writing, where they have to blah, 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 they just got totally discouraged. You know, and we may never have gotten, you know, I don't know how many Jordan Peels there were in my elementary school class. I really don't. And I'd like to think that there were more. So that's where, you know, that's honestly what I'm doing this stuff for. All right, that's where I'm doing. Because I found out that I'm kind of a humanist. I honestly think that people have the capacity for better. You know, with everything that's going on in the world right now. You know, everything that's going on. And no, I'm not going to let you guys know where I stand politically or any of that stuff. But what I will tell you is this. Right now, the world is in pain, and it can behave better. And I want it to. You know, that's right. wow, off talking. Yeah, we're talking about books. You know, we're talking. Oh, no. You know, to answer your question, and feel free to send me an email with all your questions about this stuff. But no, we're talking RPG books. We have a lot of people that donate their old dead games. And I'm like, here's all the books that you need for Korg. Oh, you like science fiction? Well, check it out. Here's some of the older things of cyberpunk. Oh, you can't make up your mind on the genre? Here's some Palladium books. You know, this is the stuff that we're doing because role-playing is an expensive hobby for someone who has to help out with the bills. You know? And I know I have a deep bench of games that I've learned and played over the years. I was big on White Wolf from the beginning all the way through the end of second edition. And, you know, teaching the kids how to play those, like, hey, you like vampires? Well, here, take this vampire book and tell me the teams and the stuff that you like. And you finish the stuff, you run a game, I might give you more books. It's that kind of thing. You know, and of course with the Patreon money, I do a whole lot of eBay rescues and a whole lot of offer up stuff and a whole lot of estate sales. You know, that's what our patrons are paying for, other than keeping the things open, or, you know, keeping our cameras on and all that stuff. So that's where we're at. And I really, you know, I really am working hard. Oh, well, thank you. Thank you very much. Dude, Goat versus Fish, you're killing it on here today. But yeah, I mean, seriously speaking, you know, that's what we're doing. And of course, um, oh, Savage Worlds is awesome. You know, but the COVID thing has made it difficult. And I know personally, I've been discouraged because where I live, I know a lot of people who are shut into their houses. Not just because of COVID, but they were like this before, and they either didn't have the courage to say that they don't really want to be around people, or or they don't realize that they really don't want to be around people in a give and take. They just want to be around people in a take, you know. Again, the strange times that we live in have been building up for a long time. Um, and then I had to stop and think. Again, before I spent $2,203.41 on a machine to get this stuff going, is what I'm doing worth it? I had a moment of doubt. And then I had to remember why I do this. And don't get me wrong, I love the program that I put together. Okay? I really do. And I knew that I was going to be facing opposition from parents that didn't want their kids hanging out with a black guy, or from kids in my neck of the woods, the one that I grew up in, that thinks that everything that doesn't glorify God is automatically satanic, you know. And I'm also competing against phone games and video games and the other stuff that's popular, you know. So that's the thing. This was not going to be an easy mission, and I had to remember that and think like, I'm going to leave you guys with this quick story. I was talking to somebody. I went to a filmmaker symposium to try and generate some interest, and to see if I could get some help with these podcasts. And I let them know what we're doing, and they're like, "Ooh, everything you're sounding great. Everything you're doing sounds great, except for those role-playing games. Those are evil. But if you can figure out how to create this program without using games, then I'd be down to help. But in the meantime, can you help me with your camera gear?" And I'm like, "Dude, for real? You want me to bring out my very expensive equipment that I've worked very hard to get to help you put something together that I'm not into? Sorry, man, we're going to have to meet in the middle." It's just one of those things. But I knew that that was going to be a thing. I knew that that was going to be a thing. You know, it's really, really a big thing that's out there. And this is what I'm doing. So I made that purchase, you know. So I guess my point today is, oh, thanks, Vixen. Yeah, I'm like, hey, you know, man, I'm glad that I got Hawkins' attention on this one. Yeah, totally send us an email, dude. I'd love to correspond with you outside of this. Because, yeah, hell, and make sure that you let me know in the email whether or not you want me to read the email on the air, because I will totally do that as well. Speaking of which, have we gotten any emails? Probably not. Nope. But yeah, so these are things that we do. These are things that we're up to. So my call to action for you guys is to spread the word. Bring people here to the podcasts. You know, let people watch the thing, and you know, let people watch the shows. Let people watch what we do so that they can get to know me. Because I'm letting you know this right now. None of this is scripted. Ever. Even when I am on my game. You know, this is literally just me talking with you guys. It's not a persona. It's not an act. You know, it's nothing like that. This is me as I am. And yeah, I do wear a turtleneck almost every day. Like, seriously, it's, you know, some people say, you got a style. I'm like, really? Yeah. But yeah. Spread the word. You know, I really want to get the community up and going. It's not just so I can make a living off of Patreon, but it's so that we can really spread the word to these folks that need it. And I'm saying folks because there's a lot of grown-ups out there that need this stuff too. Because I know every single one of y'all watching, all you people on Twitch, the one or two of you on YouTube, the one or two of you on Facebook, y'all got a cousin somewhere. Y'all got an uncle that would probably have fun doing this stuff, for fun planning this stuff. And I know that this is something that has really helped me build some friendships, and it might actually help me get closer to some of my family members too. You never know. But how can we pull this off in a time of COVID? Well, guess what? We're done for today. That means you guys are going to have to tune in tomorrow. Oh, you see what I did there? Yeah, I did it. By the way, am I coming out of both ears now? Am I coming out of left and right? Nobody ever told me whether or not I was doing that. I hope I'm doing that. I'm pretty sure I'm doing that. According to my thing, I'm doing that. So, yeah. But yeah, so seriously, that is it. We are getting out of here right now. And why? Because I'm tired. I know, it's only 4 o'clock in the afternoon. Woo! Yeah, only when I'm exclaiming. But yeah, so, let us know, what you guys are into. Seriously, how can you do that? Well, that's simple. You can totally, oh, okay. Hey, yeah, background noise in both, and yeah, it's a thing. There's so much background noise going on in this place. It is fun. Alright, but yeah, but with that, I'm gonna say, send us an email over at backinthedeck@gmail.com. That's BACKINTHEDECK @gmail.com. You can also subscribe to us on YouTube, subscribe to us on Twitter, subscribe to us on Instagram. Just look for Back in the Deck or Solar Gray. That's GREYE. That is my name. And you'll be able to find me on all of those places. Oh, yeah, I know. It's not recording anymore, so blah. You can also hit us up on YouTube and Twitter and all those other places, all the social medias and all that. If you guys like what you see and you think that, you might want to help out with this sort of thing, I won't say no. Just head on over. You can subscribe, or you can head over to patreon.com/BID_P. And on that note, you can totally... Oh, wait a second. There we go. Yeah, you can totally... Oh, wow, that became a thing. Let me... Okay, yeah. And turn that down there. Yeah, you can totally... You can totally help us out by becoming a decker for as little as $1 a month. At $5 a month, we give you stuff, and the higher up the tiers you go, the more stuff you get. If you hit the royalty tier, starting off at Queens, we give you a shout out in every episode, like we do with our Queen Shannon Boom Boom Lay, our Queen Quinn the Jen Marrow, our Queen Jamal Lee. We don't have any aces. Or we don't have any kings in our hand right now, but the full house is actually rounded out by the 2 aces up our sleeves in Paul Mansfield and Jennifer Kroll. So thank you guys for being here today. Thank you for participating. And if we got your interest, like I said, I'll be checking the emails and all that jazz. And if anybody ever tells you that you can't like what you like because of the circumstances of your birth, be it race, religion, race, religion, creed, gender identity, sexual orientation, your disabilities, or your budget, you just tell them that we said to take any of those cards and put them back in the deck. This is Solar Gray, the Cinematic Sorcerer, saying thank you guys for joining me today on the Dark Side of the Room.